how long did it take you to write this book?
It took me, I don't know exactly, but let's say between 25 years. Because the first quote, or the first aphorism was written maybe 25 years ago. And then I really never stopped ever since. You know, yesterday I did the aphorism count. Because I really want to know at one point. It's 564.
Wow.
564 aphorisms.
Do you know which ones were kind of around the beginning? Like what period of...
I think I remember, not all of them, but sometimes I remember when I wrote it, where I was, if I was at home, or it was outside, if I was on the beach, or if I was high, you know?
And since we're going back 25 years, that's a long time ago. There were no cell phones then.
No, good question. I have, in fact, at the beginning, they were all written on little notebooks, you know, those little ones.
With the coils.
With the coil, and just turning. And I had a bunch of those, like maybe 5, 10, and they were all written on those. And then I copied them on computers eventually.
25 years ago, you were speaking Italian.
Exactly. Very true. In fact, the book started in Italian. And then I moved to America 17 years ago or so, 16 years ago. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to write it in English because I'm writing in English now. So all I have to do is just translate the other ones. But back then, I didn't have that many. I wouldn't be able to number them, maybe 10, 20, 30, 50 aphorisms at that point.
Would you say that these different parts of town came up during different parts of your life, or were all of the parts of town coming up throughout your life and then you organized them based on the book?
I organized them based on the book, and also there were parts of town that developed more in different times of my life. So at the beginning, the book was called Reality's Point of View. And so there were chapters with it. But then one night, and I remember exactly when, I realized that would have been much better and more connected to what I really wanted to do if there was a town. And these were all neighborhoods, and the town is the mind. So that night I thought, okay, this is it, let me write it down. And I wrote it down on the phone. It wasn't that long ago, maybe 5 years ago. 4 years ago, actually. And write it down. And so then this version of the book, Think Town, developed. And I loved it. Because there was still something missing there. Now it actually makes sense.